Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. And the Norwegian boys are here again. Good to see us. Yeah. Yeah, so every time I do a different beer, I'll change the stream just so when they're stored on YouTube, if people want to watch a particular beer, they can just watch that one beer and that's it. If you get what I mean. If you just had a heap of beers all on one stream, like people sort of wouldn't watch it back. Every sip. Wow. So this one's a big one, boys. We've got Totally Baked. That's by Working Title, and they're out of Brisbane in Queensland, up north in Australia. So it's a Speculaas triple red ale, and that's like Biscoff in Belgium. 11%, 500ml can. So on the back it says Biscoff in a glass, caramel, cinnamon, spices, Anzac biscuit, which is Australian, and a salted pastry finish. A delicious biscuit spread just for grown-ups and Nick. So Nick's a guy that they've done a collaboration with, made in collaboration with our frenemy Nick Sim. I don't know anything about that, but it's pretty cool. I've got my hashtag proper glassware Working Title. Cool glass, this one. I like the jade green or aqua colour on the glass. That was for their 3rd birthday. So yeah, 11%, boys. This one's gonna really hit me. And I'm pretty sure they brought this out last year around Christmas time. So I've got a feeling this is like a re-release. Oh, it smells incredible. Soon as it hit the glass, I was like, wow. It's like toffee, cinnamon. Ooh. Fuck yeah. So, she pours pretty dark. It's a lot darker in my camera, but it's like, yeah, it's sort of hard to. It's got like a amberish, like a reddish tinge to it. You can't really see it in my camera, but yeah, it's like, I would say dark amber, like a coppery sort of color. Carbonation's pretty active. The head's disappeared pretty quick though. I would say medium body. And it's got a bit of sort of chill haze to it, but let's go a whiff. And as I said, it smelt very strong when I was pouring it out of the can. Ooh. So I'm getting huge like toffee, like your burnt caramel toffee, cinnamon. It's definitely got like a biscuity touch, even sort of like a honey glaze sort of thing. There's coconut, and that noise in the background is my dog. Yeah, like maybe even a touch of like nutmeg or something like that. They've definitely went to town on the spices. I do feel like there's a little chocolatey touch to it as well. But yeah, it's definitely like the main 2 notes I'm getting is like that toffee and that cinnamon. I'm trying to think what Biscoff is. I'm pretty sure Biscoff's a real strong like caramel sort of flavour, isn't it? It's all the rage, Biscoff and Nutella, like adding them to like pastries and donuts and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, like in the camera, the color's not accurate. My camera's shit. It's not picking up like the reddish hue. It looks really dark, but in reality, it's more of like a dark amber. You're just not getting that red. It's not showing at all. Like there may even be like a nutty sort of character to it as well. There's plenty going on anyway. I'm not getting any sort of like fruity notes, but yeah, it smells very rich, very sort of decadent, very sweet. That'll be me later on. I ate another raw chili yesterday just for something to do. The other day I had a red cayenne pepper and it was nothing. I'm like, this is shit. It's not even spicy. And then I had a bird's eye and thought sort of the same thing. It had a little bit of spice to it. And then yeah, yesterday I had a habanero. I definitely felt the bit of spice from the habanero. But yeah, I want to eat a Carolina Reaper live, like on YouTube. I just want some people to do it with me. Anyway, this smells really good, boys and girls. I'm going in. Cheers. Ooh, it's got plenty of spice on it. It's like that allspice that you get from like a winter warmer. So cinnamon's massive, but yeah, I feel like there's some like nutmeg, like it's almost got like a clovey sort of thing going on. Mmm, huge toffee backbone, like sticky toffee. I'd say the body's like pretty soft and like medium. The head buddy went pretty quick. But yeah, with the adjuncts in it, I'm sort of not surprised. The spice is pretty intense. Cheers, Vanessa. I'm drinking a Biscoff inspired triple red ale. Nah, not metallic. It's just like huge sort of toffee and spice. Yeah, it's a red ale. You wouldn't think looking at it here, but yeah, in my camera it looks really dark. But just looking at it yeah, just to the side sort of thing in reality, it's definitely like a dark amber, like a dark burgundy sort of color. Cheers, Dragon and KC. I nearly called KC by his real name. Whoops. Oh yeah, Stewie. I didn't say hello to you. Cheers, brother. Good to see you. Cheers, Drewy. What are you up to, dude? Are you on the beers yet? This red ale is pretty fierce. I'm definitely getting some booze from it. One thing I'll say is the balance is out. It's got that strong toffee biscuity backbone, but I think they've just gone too far with the spice. It's a celebration, bitches. Yeah. I give those titties 4 thumbs down. What a show. Great show. No way that this one will be at that level. Yeah, that's probably more like it. Possibly. Okay, here we go. I must be getting drunk. I keep clicking the wrong side of the mouse. Move. Cheers, JV. Good to see you, brother. Long way off 100, dude. The beer I had yesterday, possibly. Today, not so much. Maybe later. No, not at all. Better than a brew dog. Yeah. I want to try a Brewdog Stout again because I know they do good dark beers occasionally. What are you up to, brother? Just chilling for your New Year's? Playing some guitar? We have, as I said ages ago, we need to do some sort of stream together where it's like music inspired. Classic rock. Also, JB, while you're there, do you like when it comes to new music, like bands that are out today? One thing I do, I try and keep my finger on the pulse and always like researching and looking out for newer stuff. Sort of wondering if you did the same, or you sort of just like when it comes to new stuff, you don't really listen to it much. Yeah, yeah, I think I had that back in the day. Bloody dogs. Just relax. Yeah, I'm always sort of on the lookout. No, it's just like when there's talk of like any sort of like music and everyone's sort of getting involved and sharing opinions and that, it's so cool. And yeah, it's obviously music's always been a passion. It's like beer, music, and sport. The Chiefs are going well again, brother. My Vikings are actually going pretty good. It's good to see. Yeah, it's the older dog. It's like he's having a fucking a scratching fit. When it's warm, they'll like go outside and roll around in the grass, and then they get all itchy, and they're like, "Time to put a bit more in." Yeah, dude, I've been a Vikes fan since I was a kid. I thought you would have sort of seen me wearing the hats and stuff. For example, yeah, I don't know why I got into the Vikes as a kid. I think I just liked the fact that they were Vikings and purple's one of my favourite colours. And I was playing NFL games and stuff when I was a kid, and yeah, just sort of stuck with them. They've never been any good. But yeah, there's been sort of a few years recently where they've made playoffs and stuff. But yeah, this year's been surprising. Yeah. It's good to see Sammy Darnold get a bit of confidence and everyone's getting around him. It's going well. I want to get a new Jefferson jersey. It'd be fucking awesome. But yeah, especially like they're probably pricey in America, but in Australia, even worse. Yeah, God, it's so frustrating when he's in the background. It's like just relax, just go somewhere else and do it. I'm live, baby. Back to the beer. Back to the big 11 percenter. This one's a tribute to the great man, square table degenerates, Joey. You boys should get into the NFL and become Vikes supporters. Just the spices, they're just too, it's too intense. It's almost like, it's like someone's challenged me to like a dare where I've got to get like an allspice thing and just like put it on my tongue. Like the cinnamon challenge. Apart from that though, like I like the toffee biscuity backbone. A bit more carbonation would have been good. I feel like the body sort of suits the style of beer. You wouldn't want it any thicker. Um, but yeah, it's just they've just gone too far with the spice. It's just a little bit what would you call it? Like overbearing sort of thing. And it's like thrown out the balance of the beer. You just feel like you're just getting too much of like that cinnamon spice. That's got to be a glitch in the system. It'd be like Geordie's stream earlier was the same, and so was Disco's. Just like yeah, there's been a few like that. The old bots, the bots are here to stay. Pardon me. The bots need to stay around and get the watch hours up and give me some likes. Yeah, and that's not even Australian, dude. Henny, they don't even have Fosters here in Australia. That's how Australian it is. What's a question I can ask the chat? Normally there's something I'll come up with. Um, okay, here's one for you. If you could celebrate New Year's Eve with any musician of your pick, who would you choose? And they can be dead or alive as well. But obviously, when you're hanging with them, they're not dead. You've asked me this before, dude. I just said that I've had some shit Southeast Asian beers. Or as in, were you asked saying that as a question? Jimi Hendrix or Jeff Lynne? Cool. Lemmy? No blood around here, boys. We're all friends. It's like yours earlier, Disco. Whenever Henry's involved, it's always like insane numbers. Yours and Geordie's both had like, yeah, like numbers like this. It's a New Year's Eve miracle. It's one thing I do enjoy though, like say if the Norwegian lads, it's just cool having people from like different areas of the globe. And that's one thing that's awesome with like beer is just bringing people together and just talking shit about beer and whatever else. I definitely feel a little bit tipsy after this one. I've had two beers to start the day, and it's like, whoo, woo wee, 8% and 11%. Willie Nelson, yes, that's a good call. I like that one. Yeah. I wish I was. Yeah. It's always a tough one, Stewie. It's like asking when you ask craft beer people what their favorite beer is, you can't give like a definitive answer because like there's so many beers people unless they're only new to it or like if someone asks me what's the best beer you've ever had, it's always a question like it's too hard to answer because there's probably like at least 10 beers that I would have on a similar level that are rated really high. So yeah, when it comes to the worst beers, it's probably even harder because you've had so many beers where you just been like, this is shit, and like wanted to drain pour it. But yeah, just from experience, just some of the like Southeast Asian or Indian or yeah beers from sort of that region. Um, yeah, they're just cheap and nasty. One day I'll do a stream where I'll do a heap of like shitty Southeast Asian beers, like a macro stream, try and get a few of them together. But yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of macro beers out there that I don't rate that people think are good. Like I think Corona's fucking trash. I think Great Northern in Australia is trash and everyone rates it as their favourite beer. To me it just tastes like water. It's like I think you only like drinking it because yeah, you're soft. You want to get drunk and pretend you're drinking water and getting drunk. Yeah, free beer. When they're free, they definitely taste better. It's one of those things too, though. It's like atmosphere can make a lot of difference to like the people you're with at the time, where you are, what you're doing. Like if you're on holiday and you're in some beautiful location and you're like with your loved one or your best mate or like family or something, you have some beer that's really good, you're probably going to end up scoring it even better than what you normally would. Or if yeah, you're sitting at home and you have some awesome beer like I don't know, like Pliny the Elder, as opposed to drinking it fresh at the brewery, you're probably not going to score it as high. Out of all you Norwegian homebrew boys, here's a question for you. What's your favourite style to brew? If you're still there. Yeah. Exactly, Henning. Like one of our mates in the UK beer community, he rates that Blanc. It's like his favourite beer. It's trash. It just tastes like water. IPA, double IPA, true. Yep, cool. Are you more hazy or West Coast leaning, or you like both? Yep. I'm assuming that's American Pale Ale. Yeah. When I dabbled in it for a little while, I always liked doing stouts. It's something I'll get back into, but yeah, I just don't have the setup where I live at the moment. Yeah, traditional stuff in your country would be cool. Oh, that's cool. Appreciate you boys. You'll have to recommend me some Norwegian breweries to try if you think that there's ever a chance I could possibly get them. As I said, I've had like yeah, like Lervig, um, Servicium. Are they Norwegian? Who else have I had? That's I've definitely had quite a few Norway. Hang, I should check my Untapped. Oh yeah, so you got a podcast. That's cool. Smoked beer. Yep, I love smoke. I would really love to visit Bamberg and drink all the German smoked beers. They reckon it's so awesome when you get there, all you can smell is the smoke in the air. That'd be cool. Yeah, hazy. Cool. I'm going to quickly look up on Untapped what Norwegian breweries I've tried. Trying to remember how to do it. Yeah, you go into your beers and then filter. Norway, where are you? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Amundsen, So I've had Amundsen, Savicium, Lervig. Maybe that's it. I've had heaps from all three of them. I ain't Nergneo. No, actually, Nerg. Yeah, yep. No, sorry. I was thinking it might have been a collaboration. And yeah, obviously I had the Cresher. Is that how you pronounce it? And I had that Marla Bobo's Mega Bear. So that's five, five or six so far. Considering I'm in Australia, I think that's a pretty good effort. There may be some lower down, but Sleeping Village Brewing. Are you familiar with Sleeping Village Brewing? It says they're a contract brewery in Oslo. Oh yeah, that one. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've had them. I've had a few of them. Oh, okay, I've actually had more than Fjord Folk microbrewery. Ostman. I've had way more than I thought. Uh and then you will be disgusted in this one and that one. That's the macro, the Trost. I don't know how it's pronounced. But yeah, looks like I've tried at least 8 or 9 different Norwegian breweries. So that's pretty cool. Cheers, Paul, brother. Good to see you. Just talking absolute nonsense on here, as usual. Cheers, Albo. Happy New Year, brother. Are you firing up the piano at some stage later? It'd be pretty cool. I'll have to check it out. Northernmost brewery in the world. That's cool. That's a good that'd be a cool thing to put on your promos. Yeah, it's too hard. Customs are too intense. It's too expensive. It's a cruel world. We would have been able to do it with these like 20 years ago. Yeah, I felt like they lost a lot of quality as well. When I had them in the early days, I enjoyed them, and then they got too like sickly sweet, and I felt like the malt base started like I don't know losing quality. The adjuncts started taking over. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty lucky in Australia. We have a lot of events during. We've got one of the biggest beer weeks for a city in the world in Melbourne. We have a good beer week, and there's a whole week dedicated to beers from different areas of the world. And they have a Scandinavian one, and it's like a bar that has all Scandinavian beers. So that's probably where I've tried most of the Norwegian stuff. But yeah, that's pretty cool that I've tried about 9 different Norwegian breweries. It's impressive. Yes. What the fuck is going on? Nah, I don't know what it is, Drew. It's the same. It was the same in a few of the UK streams. I think the bots are out and about, brother. Or all of a sudden, I'm like Simon from Real Ale Craft Beer. Give me one more like. Give me one more like. I'll take my shirt off. Whew. Yeah, it's not legit, surely. Cheers, breathers. Hope you're doing the new year the right way with some fresh ales. You've been homebrewing, Henny? Sorry, breathers. We got a heap of homebrewers in the chat. Most of them are Norwegian. It's pretty cool. It's good for the algorithm. But yeah, Disco had the same on his, and so did Geordie. Just heaps, like big numbers, just out of nowhere. But yeah, this beer I'm drinking, boys, it's called Totally Baked. It's by Working Title out of Brisbane. Good city, the old Brisbane. It's a city, but it's relaxed. It's sort of like a country town city, and the people there are real like laid back and friendly, and good weather most of the year round. And yeah, it's a Speculaas or a Biscoff triple red ale at 11%. And I felt quite sober before this beer. Now I feel a little bit charged. One thing I need to do is go to the loo. I need to drain the lizard, boys. Okay, here's another question for the chat. What's a beer style that you just can't get into, that you'd hate? You despise it. Yeah. And the good thing about it now, Disco, is it's very craft oriented. It never used to be. It was a bit behind the times, and now it's actually pretty good as far as craft goes. Yep. I'm sure you guys have got some dirty sayings when it comes to going to the toilets. Red ale, there you go. The very style I'm drinking. Yeah. One thing I do admire with you though, Discos, ever since you've been at the brewery, you're definitely expanding your like for different styles that you normally weren't into. It's good. Yeah, Vice beer, fair call. Yeah, I've got a mate like that. Like he loves all these different styles and's been into craft beer for a while, but just can't get into lambics. It's like fair call. Sour beer. Yep. I'm just going to go to the toilet quickly, boys. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. I'm back. Yeah, for me, I couldn't get into the brewed IPAs when they come out. One style I'm not a fan of is sour IPAs. It's like I don't mind sour beers, I don't mind IPAs, but leave them separate. I don't like, the crossover. Trying to think what else. I'm not a huge fan of any fruit addition in IPAs, but I've made that pretty clear. Any sort of like sour stout, I don't like. If I have like an imperial stout, I want it to be like roasty and rich and like, like all the things you like a Russian imperial. I don't want it to be like sour. I don't get that at all. Yeah, as a newbie to craft beer, I didn't really like saisons and sort of farmhouse beers, but these days I love them. Can't get enough of them. Very, very enjoyable. But I better give this beer a score before I forget. So, working title, I love these boys. And I'm sure I had this beer last year and enjoyed it. I feel like what I'm drinking now is very out of balance. That sort of that toffee biscuity backbone is good and it's fairly strong, but I think they've just gone too far with the spice. The cinnamon's just very, very dominant. And it's like it's pretty much it's not all you're tasting, but you feel like you're doing like the cinnamon challenge. You're putting it on the tongue and trying to hold it there. Like, it's a bit too full on. I got like some toasted coconut there. I got sort of like a nutty character. Even like a sort of like a honey or something like that. But yeah, like it had potential. I think they just went too far with the spice. So I think a score for it, the one I'm drinking now, I would say probably 4 out of 5, and that's been pretty generous. It's got some good qualities to it, but just in general, the spice is just too intense, and it hurts me to give these guys like a score lower than what I normally would. But cheers, Dad. Good to see you, brother. And but a lot of those answers, they're sort of very similar. Like sour comes into play. Yeah. See, I love black IPAs. I'm a huge West Coast IPA fan, so I love black IPAs or red IPAs if they're West Coast leaning. So they're very like piney, citrusy, like bitter. I just think it works really well with the roasted dark malts, but also like the like caramel heavy toffee sort of thing. Yeah, coffee IPAs they can be hit or miss. Sometimes if you have an IPA with like a fresh coffee roaster, like you'll get a good collaboration with a brewery and a fresh roaster that's nearby. Actually goes pretty well. Coffee sours sometimes too. I've had a few like berry forward sours with fresh coffee. It's pretty nice. I'm not a fan of white stouts. I don't know. There's something about them I don't really enjoy. Yeah, school. It's a cool name. I like it. Cool. So I'm going to finish this beer and wrap it up. And then not sure what I'll be doing next. I could possibly go live. What's everyone in the chat doing? Should I go live, do a hangout? Is anyone else going live? Is there somewhere else I should be? I just want to drink some. I want to drink some Crusher beers for a while, and then get back into the craft later on. Yeah, boy. Because yeah, if I kept drinking beers like this for the next few hours, I'd be fucked. Yeah, I thought you UK community wouldn't be far off bedtime. Cool. Thanks for chiming in, Disco. Always appreciated, dude. We need to share more beers together, brother. It's always a good time when we hang out. So yeah, what did I say? 4 out of 5. Not too bad. There you go. All the bots, if you want to join, go to miscellaneous brew reviews. He's probably starting up as we speak. Had 7 beers from 4.7 to 2. Yeah, cool. What time is it in Norway? I know you guys are slightly different to London time. See, here it's New Year's Eve, but it's only 11:35. So yeah, it's not quite lunchtime yet. I'm assuming is there a couple of hours different to London? Yeah. So yeah, London's 11. So yeah, I've got a mate that lives in Finland. Would he be the same time as you guys? Yeah. Yeah, the mate that lives in Finland, he's sort of, I think he's south east Finland. He's originally from Wales, and then I think he lived in the UK, possibly, and then he lived in Finland, and then he lived in America, and then he went back to Finland. His wife's Finnish. Yeah. Ah, cool. Anyway, I'm off. I'm quite hungry, so I might get some food into me before I get back into the drink. Thanks everyone for chiming in. It's been another good stream. And yeah, appreciate you Scandinavian lads. It's awesome to hang out with some people from a different area. So I will be doing probably a couple more reviews later tonight. So maybe sort of 9-10 hours from now. I might do 1 or 2 more, but possibly a live hangout. I'm not really sure. I'll see what other people are up to. Yeah, love yous all and appreciate the support, and I'll see yous again soon. Cheers.